You are watching Places. Every Tuesday, we bring you an insightful look into fascinating events from all around the world. How billionaires are transforming Hawaii into their own personal paradise. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers, and welcome back. There's no question that Hawaii is a paradise. About 10 million people per year choose Hawaii as their vacation destination for obvious reasons. Another 1.4 million people are permanent residents of the Aloha State, but the rising property prices and cost of living are making this a more exclusive club. But of course, billionaires who aren't restricted by such pesky things as budget limitations will always be drawn to the more exclusive areas, and Hawaii is no exception. Today, we're going to tell you about how billionaires are transforming Hawaii into their own personal paradise. But first, a little background on America's 50th state. Introduction. Hawaii is made up of hundreds of islands that stretch over 1,500 miles. There are 8 main islands that people inhabit. The largest is the island of Hawaii, also known as the Big Island, followed by Maui and Oahu. Hawaii is known for its tropical climate, stunning beaches, active volcanoes, and distinctive culture. People are drawn to the aloha lifestyle that Hawaiians embrace, which is focused on peace and calm. Life tends to slow down on the islands, but living in paradise comes with a cost. Everything from milk to gas to houses will cost significantly more than most areas on the mainland. But that's not a concern for the billionaires who've been flocking to Hawaii. Let's take a look at how this has affected the population dynamics in Hawaii in recent years. Population shift. Hawaii is becoming one of the most exclusive luxury real estate centers in the world. The median home value in Hawaii is over $670,000, and in some neighborhoods, like the high-end Kailua area, that median increases to well over $1 million. The good news for billionaires is that Hawaii has some of the lowest property tax rates in the U.S. However, Hawaii also has the highest cost of living for all of the 50 states. The household happiness ratio, which determines the amount of income a household would need to comfortably meet basic needs, is $122,175, the highest in the U.S. These high costs are the primary cause of record numbers of local Hawaiians moving out to the mainland. In 2008, for every 2 people that moved to Hawaii, 3 people moved out. As natives whose families have lived on the islands for generations are priced out and forced to leave, billionaires are uniquely positioned to overtake large areas of the state to create their own personal paradise. As more billionaires move in, the business sector has focused even more on providing luxury accommodations and experiences for the billionaire class. So much so that millionaires have even complained that they're being overlooked. Billionaires receive preferential treatment in many areas of Hawaii in the form of priority booking at restaurants, private beaches, custom resort services, complimentary green fees at world-class golf courses, and much more. Now, let's take a look at some of the billionaires who've purchased property in the Aloha State in recent years. Hawaii and Maui billionaires. In 2011, PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel parted with $27 billion to purchase a 1.7-acre oceanfront property in Maui. It's believed to be the biggest deal for a single-family home in the history of Maui County. The property consists of 4 interconnected pavilions surrounding a courtyard. Thiel's net worth is around $2.5 billion. Another billionaire who owns property in Maui is Oprah. She owns a 163-acre ranch, which she explores with an ATV given to her by Ralph Lauren. The initial piece of land she purchased was $5.3 million, but since then she's bought up the surrounding properties to increase her holdings and has spent at least $44 million on her Hawaiian properties. But of course, this is just a small fraction of her $2.6 billion net worth. Mark Benioff is the founder and CEO of Salesforce, a cloud-based software company. In the 20 years since he founded his business, he's accumulated a net worth of $6.5 billion. In 2000, he bought a piece of land on Hawaii's largest island for $12.5 million and built a mansion on the property with 6 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. There are several other structures on the property as well, overlooking the Pacific Ocean and the Black Lava Rocks. But if you look further into Hawaii's biggest island, there are plenty more billionaires to be found. The most elite neighborhood in Hawaii. Michael Dell, the CEO of Dell Technologies, has plenty of expendable income with his net worth of over $30 billion. He owns one of the priciest estates in Hawaii, found in the exclusive neighborhood of Kukio on the Big Island. The 18,500 square foot property is valued at $64.7 million and is referred to as the Raptor Residence. The home has 7 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms. 7 of the 25 most expensive homes in the entire state are found within this gated neighborhood. A nearby resort area is found on the active volcano of Hualalai. This is also a popular spot for billionaires, including Ken Griffin, who founded the hedge fund Citadel and owns 2 houses in the area, and George Roberts, who owns a $22 million home with panoramic views of the ocean. Warren Buffett's sister Bertie also owns a home in this exclusive area, but all these homes combined don't even equal the cost of this next billionaire purchase. The biggest spender. Larry Ellison, the founder of the tech company Oracle, eclipsed all of these purchases when in 2012, he bought 98% of Lanai, Hawaii's 6th largest island, for $300 million. His purchase includes 90,000 acres of land, 2 Four Seasons resorts, and a 3,200-person town. On top of that, he spent an extra $150 million more renovating the Four Seasons resort Lanai. The penthouse suite of his hotel costs $21,000 per night, and it features an on-site golf course designed by Jack Nicklaus, where Bill Gates got married in 1994. It's by far one of the most luxurious resorts in Hawaii. What's more, he's planning on further using his land purchase to experiment with ways to transform agriculture with renewable energy, with the goal of being able to produce the highest quality food at the lowest of prices. But of course, this billionaire takeover of Hawaii hasn't come without conflict. Let's look at one example now. Problems in paradise. In 2014, Mark Zuckerberg bought a 700-acre estate on the Hawaiian island of Kauai for $100 million. In a Facebook post, he stated he fell in love with the community, but he soon found out that feeling was not exactly mutual. In 2016, he filed lawsuits against hundreds of Hawaiians who held small interests in pieces of land included in his estate. The Kuleana Act of 1850 guaranteed property rights to native Hawaiians who had cultivated land, and ownership of that land was automatically passed down to their descendants. Zuckerberg said that through the lawsuit he was just trying to identify the partial owners, many of whom didn't even know they had a claim. In this way, he could pay them their share of the land. But many of the native Hawaiians didn't see it that way. Protests were held, countersuits were filed, and Zuckerberg was accused of neocolonialism. He ended up withdrawing the suit, but his property remains controversial. The backlash against Zuckerberg is just one faction of the larger struggle between the native people of Hawaii and the billionaires who are buying up properties and claiming the island as their own personal paradise. Kauai Council member Mason Chalk said, "People have always seen the value of living in Hawaii, in paradise, and for many generations now, it's been a detriment to us." He goes on to say that the rich who come in and purchase land have raised property values so much that native people of Kauai can no longer afford to live there. Others have accused the rich of using high-pressure sales tactics to try and convince the locals to sell their land. It appears that this conflict will only continue to escalate as the cost of living increases and more billionaires claim property in the tropical paradise of Hawaii. Conclusion. Now more than ever, the conditions are ideal for billionaires to claim their stake in the Aloha State and transform it into their personal paradise. With locals and native Hawaiians leaving the state in record numbers, the economy is now dependent on these part-time billionaire residents, and businesses are eager to cater to their every need. One can only hope the Hawaiian spirit of aloha and the rich culture of native Polynesian people will not get lost in the mix. The important role that property plays in the dynamics of a community and culture are clear. If you want to have a part in shaping that and achieve financial security in the process, you should check out The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. This book guides you in developing the mindset of a millionaire investor through proven models and strategies that will help you to reach your financial goals. Normally it costs $41, but to save you some money, just go to alux.com/freebook and sign up so you can get the audiobook version for free, thanks to our partnership with Audible. Question: now that we are wrapping up this story, we'd like to know, would you ever consider living in Hawaii, or would you rather just visit on a short-term trip? Let us know in the comments. And of course, for sticking with us until the end, what does that mean? Your bonus. Rocks taken from the Kilauea volcano are said to be cursed by Pele, the goddess of dance, fire, violence, lightning, and volcanoes. Every year, hundreds of tourists fail to heed this warning and take a rock as a souvenir. But the National Park Service in Hawaii receives packages every day from people returning stolen rocks after experiencing misfortune in their lives that they attribute to the curse. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos for you to watch next. As always, the conversation continues on social media. Thanks again, and we can't wait to have you back tomorrow.